Divorce in Islam can take a variety of forms, some initiated by the husband and some initiated by the wife. The main traditional legal categories are talaq, khula, judicial divorce, and oaths. The theory and practice of divorce in the Islamic world have varied according to time and place. In this video, I will be talking about 10 surprising facts about divorce in Islam. How's it going, FTD Facts family? I hope you guys are doing awesome today. I'm back with another episode to make your day even better than I hope it already was. Before I get started with this video though, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can be notified of our videos. So the first fact to know about divorce is that before Islam, divorce among the Arabs was governed by unwritten customary law, which varied according to region and tribe, and its observance depended on the authority of the individuals and groups involved. In this system, women were particularly vulnerable. However, the Quranic rules of marriage and divorce provided a fixed set of norms for all Muslims, backed by divine authority and enforced by the community. The early Islamic reforms included giving the wife a possibility to initiate divorce, abrogation of the husband's claim to the wife's property, condemnation of divorce without compelling reason, and criminalizing unfounded claims of infidelity made by the husband. Another surprising fact is that in pre-Islamic times, men kept their wives in a state of limbo by continually repudiating them and taking them back at will. However, the Quran limited the number of repudiations to 3, after which the man cannot take his wife back unless she first marries another man. Another fact that many people may not know about divorce in Islam is that talaq, which is the Arabic word for divorce, is considered in Islam to be a reprehensible means of divorce. The initial declaration of talaq, though, is a irrevocable repudiation, which does not terminate the marriage. The husband can revoke the repudiation at any time during the waiting period, known as iddah, which lasts 3 full menstrual cycles. The waiting period is intended to give the couple an opportunity for reconciliation and also a means to ensure that the wife is not pregnant. The resumption of sexual relations automatically retracts the repudiation, and the wife retains all her rights during their waiting period. The divorce becomes final when the waiting period expires. So divorce, as I had mentioned, is known as talaq, can actually be classified in several subsections. Talaq types can be classified in talaq al-sunnah, which is thought to be in accordance with Muhammad's teachings, and talaq al-bida', which are viewed as bida', which are innovations or deviations from it. Talaq al-sunnah is further subdivided into talaq al-ahsan, which is the least disapproved form of talaq, and talaq al-ahsan. The ahsan talaq involves a single revocable pronouncement of divorce and sexual abstinence during the waiting period. The Hasan divorce involves 3 pronouncements made during the wife's status of ritual purity, with menstrual periods intervening between them, and no intercourse having taken place during the time. In contrast to talaq as-sunnah, talaq al-bida' does not observe the waiting period and irrevocably terminates the marriage. At fact number 6, divorce is further split up in another type of divorce known as khula, which is a contractual type of divorce that is initiated by the wife. It is further based on a hadith in which Muhammad instructs a man to agree to his wife's wishes of divorce if she gives him back a garden received from him as part of her mahr, which is a nuptial gift made by the groom to the bride at the time of marriage. A khula is concluded when the couple agrees to a divorce in exchange for a monetary compensation paid by the wife, which cannot exceed the value of the mahr that she had originally received, and is generally a smaller sum or involves forfeiting the still unpaid portion. As in the case of talaq, remarriage is possible until a khula is concluded for the 3rd time. If the husband pressures his wife to agree to khula instead of pronouncing talaq, which would let him avoid attendant financial responsibilities, the divorce is then considered to be invalid. Another important fact about divorce in Islam that not many people may know is that the husband can end marriage through 3 types of oaths: the oath of continence, the denial of paternity, and conditional talaq. The first 2 types were pre-Islamic practices confirmed by the Quran, which also make clear that izhar is reprehensible despite being legally valid. Another surprising fact is that the Quran says, "And if you fear a breach between the 2, appoint an arbiter from his relatives and an arbiter from her relatives. If they both desire reconciliation, Allah will effect harmony between them. Verify Allah has full knowledge and is aware of everything. That means that it is highly suggested for the couple's family to be considered when making this big decision. It seems like getting an objective viewpoint is very important when considering divorce in Islam. In the event of divorce, children often bear the most painful consequences, and Islamic law takes their needs into account and makes sure that they are cared for. The financial support of any children both during a marriage or after divorce rests solely with the father. Courts have the power to enforce child support payments if necessary. The amount is open for negotiation and should be in proportion with the husband's financial means. The Quran advises the husband and wife to consult each other in a fair manner regarding their children's future after divorce, which is quoted in Surah 2 verse 233. This verse specifically holds that infants who are still nursing may continue to breastfeed until both parents agree on the period of weaning through mutual consent and counsel. Islamic law stipulates that physical custody of the children must go to a Muslim who is in good physical and mental health and is in the best position to meet the children's needs. Before I get to the last fact, I want to mention that it is known that Prophet Muhammad once said, "Of all the lawful things, divorce is the most hated by Allah." For this reason, the first step that a couple should make is to really search their hearts, evaluate their relationship, and try to reconcile. All marriages have ups and downs, and this decision should not be arrived at easily. Nonetheless, Allah gives a divorce as an option because sometimes it is truly in the best interest of all concerned. Nobody needs to remain in a situation that causes personal distress, pain, and suffering. In such cases, it is more merciful that you each go your own separate ways, peacefully and amicably. The last fact of this episode pertaining to divorce in Islam has to do with the prevalence of divorce. In terms of divorce within the North American Muslim community, the last study conducted about this was in the early 1990s by the late New York-based sociologist Ilyas Bayounis. According to his research, the continental Muslim divorce rate stood at 31.14%, which he said was a far cry from the Muslim world's two highest divorce rates, Turkey and Egypt, with 10% each. Divorce is on the rise in the Muslim community, said Imam Muhammad Majid, Vice President of the Islamic Society of North America and Imam and Executive Director of the Dulles, Virginia-based Al Dulles Area Muslim Society Center. We have seen an increase in divorce from people married for a while and those married for a short time, he said, adding that Muslims across the board are getting divorced in higher numbers. So in this video, I've talked about a few important and surprising facts regarding divorce in Islam. Divorce is obviously a huge decision that many couples unfortunately have to resort to. It seems, however, that the religion of Islam has taken into account the possible consequences of divorce and created a set of rules to maximize everyone's well-being. Anyways, now that you've heard me talk a whole lot, we have decided to include a new segment in some of our videos to respond to your comments. So make sure to always leave a comment down below in our videos, and keep watching this video to see if your comment was posted. So for this episode, I decided to respond to your comments on the related video titled 10 Most Common Questions About Islam. User named Libos14 said, "As a Muslim, it's hard to find channels that portray Islam in its true essence, so glad you did that. Although we're obviously not an Islamic channel, anything that we do present pertaining to Islam, we try for it to be as accurate and true as possible. And I'm really glad to hear that you like that." Another user, Imran Syed, commented, "I like it before I see it because I trust you. I hope we never give you a reason to stop trusting us. Keep liking our videos." It's a really nice comment. I even liked your comment before reading it because I trust you too. The last user with the name Biohazard5192017, not sure if that's a barcode, but okay. You commented, "Well, you need to promote this video to people who don't understand the questions. Thanks, you make it so crystal clear." Again, I'm so happy to hear that you enjoy our videos and find them crystal clear, because at the end of the day, that is our aim. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun filming it for you and doing research for it. But before you leave this video, I'm going to leave you with another video that you have to check out. Trust me. I look forward to seeing you guys in our next episode. Bye!